Nico, can you bring this up on the YouTube?
Yeah. That feels good to say that.
Yeah,
it does. You know, it feels good, ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Can you put it on screen one?
Yeah.
We have no screens in here, but it felt good to say that.
Don't yell at me like Steven.
Speaking of mac and cheese, you know, I don't know what you saw.
I saw some blasphemy. That's what I saw. I'm gonna be honest with you, and
real live. The people
can you pull up the indicators? Can you pull that up?
Yeah, let's go to that, man.
Because we tried to help y'all out.
They did not.
That's what we're about. We're about helping the people, and you know, we posted on the Clock and Pod account the key indicators of good mac and cheese.
Yeah, let's go through it, man.
Let's go do it.
We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
Clock in.
Yes, sir.
Clock in.
Episode 60.
Celebratory, man.
I think I can do it. Round of applause for everybody. Yes, sir, man. Season 3. We've reached the end, man. Season 3.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It's big time, man. Big time.
Clock in. Clock in.
You already know who it is. You already know who it is. Russ is in the building. Nico, what's goody? Andrew's with us. Yeah. Andrew's with us.
Yeah. You gotta clap for Andrew like this. Yeah, you gotta clap for him like this. Sophisticated clap.
Andres. Shout out to KCQ. She's not with us today, but you know, she's here in spirit.
Energy's here. Energy's always here.
Shout out to Puerto Rico. Bro.
You already know I'm here, man.
That's hard, man. Episode 60, man. That's crazy.
It is.
60.
It is. 60 episodes.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Neighborhood Nip, man.
How's Nip doing? Yo?
Yeah, we gotta start there, man.
Neighborhood Nip.
It's good, bro.
We good?
We ain't
He
been.
getting Herndon.
Does he miss us?
It's like it's
Yeah.
too much. Oh, he probably would.
Yeah.
I don't think he misses y'all. You know.
Does he? Would he remember us?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. He would probably go crazy. I think it's like sounds and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know I edit the videos, so he probably hears that. And
That's crazy. That's dope. Man, we miss you, Nip, man.
He 100% hood, neighborhood Nip.
We miss you, dog.
How big is Nip now?
I don't think he's grown.
He hasn't
since
grown
the
with-
last time.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that's full.
He's not gonna get that big.
I think that's it. I hope that's it. I don't got no space. I don't got no
He
space.
happens to have a little girlfriend or something?
Nah. Not yet.
He coolin', man. He coolin'.
Respect, man. These joints wild in these streets anyway.
Yeah, he need to keep it low key. But
Time to clock in, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You ready? Yeah.
let's get to it, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. 60th episode. This one's gonna be, you know, kind of a unstructured but structured episode. You know, we don't want to get too deep, man. We're gonna keep it light. Talk about a lot of different things. But I think it's timely. Honestly, the timing of the last episode is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Based on what's going on in our lives. We're gonna start season 4 during the new year. You know what I mean? So I think it's just perfect, man, how God laid that out. But speaking of God, man, you went through an experience this week. I went through an experience this week that I figured it'd be good to kind of start with. And, you know, we can kind of talk about some of the things we got out of it. So I'll let you start, man, because I feel like yours is a little bit more impactful Mine's
Yeah.
more on the. I mean, I have a message with it, but it's more on the funny side.
Okay. Yeah, man, it was just kind of crazy. So last Tuesday, taking Ryder, or was it Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday. Dropping Ryder off at my mom's, because, you know, she watches him Tuesday and Thursday, and got into a little accident, man. And, you know, it happened so fast. It was my fault, too. I took full blame. But it could have been bad, you know. So it just got me thinking, man, like, life is short, dog. It really is. And, you know, if I would have been going 10 miles, you know, faster, or, you know, maybe turned the wrong way, like, Ryder could have been seriously injured. So it was scary. Like, at the time, I wasn't really thinking about it, but, like, after, when I got to reflect, it's like, man, that could have been really bad. But, you know, no one was hurt. Ryder didn't even know what was going on. Like, it wasn't a huge accident. But yeah, he was calm. He was still, you know, being himself. No one on, you know, the other side got hurt. But yeah, man, it just got me thinking, like, you know, life is short, man. And, you know, this is the time to really, you know, tell the people you love them and you appreciate them, because life can just stop within seconds.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't want to, you know, bring it down to that, but just something that happened in my life personally that I felt I needed to share. But yeah, man, the message is hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, and you know, that's why we got to clock in and do what we do to be better, man, because life is short, man. It can be taken away. It's not up to us.
Yeah, for sure.
It really isn't up to us. Like, yeah, it was scary, but again, God is good, man. No one got injured. My car's not too bad, which is good. So thank God for insurance too, man. I'll say that.
Yeah. Shout out to Mom, man. Mom be sending us the progressive digital insurance cards. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's actually not, because when the officer came, he's like, yeah, like, where's your insurance card? So I pulled up my phone, and he was like, I need the physical copy. And I, like, kind of made a joke. And I was like, man, it's 2021, man. Like, you know, everything's digital. And he wasn't buying it.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong.
He gotta take it with him.
He was,
He gotta take it with him.
Yeah.
You gotta bring it back to the car.
Yeah. But it's a law to have a physical copy. So make sure y'all have your insurance cards in hand. And I usually do, but I think, you know, Mom sends, like, new ones every year or whatever. And I just never printed it out. But yeah, the cop, he was a good dude, man. He ended up giving Ryder, like, a Hot Wheel. But
Hot Wheel? Is it Hot Wheel right
yeah, he gave him a Hot Wheel car. Like, he just had a bunch in the back of his whip, and he gave Ryder a car. I forget what his name was, but shout out to him, man. He was a good dude. But yeah, it was crazy, man. Definitely scary, but you know.
Yeah, thank God, man.
Thank God everyone's all safe. So
yeah, Herndon cops. I've said this on, I think, an episode or two, but Herndon cops, I've never had any issues with them, man. They've always been cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
They've let me go, like, a couple times with warnings. Never had any issues. Fairfax County cops, Loudoun County cops, they're a little bit different.
Yeah,
they're different. I think because Herndon is technically its own. Here's a big word for you, Nico. Municipality. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to think about that one. I had to sound it out.
there's there's a lot of syllables in that joint.
Municipality. You feel me?
So you got to sound that one.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all know
Come on,
I'm
spell it. Spell it.
MUNICIPALITY.
Okay.
Judges.
That's good.
Come on now. I chose in 8th grade though.
You won the 5th. What grade was it? Because I won my 5th grade class.
I won.
We talk about this all the time.
I won the 6th grade class.
I choked in the school.
I choked in the school one in 8th grade.
Oh,
I won the 8th grade class.
Oh, like first round, I choked. Though.
Yeah, same. First
it was
round.
one of them like, just like easy words to spell, but it was like, it was just confusing, and I just got confused and just spelled it wrong.
Man, I
I
miss
think
her.
Mom came too. She was sick, dog.
Yeah, Mom was sick
First
at mine.
round, her first round exit.
Yeah, Mom. Same with me. It was at her in the middle. It was at her in the middle. Because you know she told everybody at church. She told everybody at church about this joint.
Yo, to get exited the first round, dog. Cause like you take a couple hours out of your day. You block that off. You get exited the first round,
Man.
and now you got to watch.
Now you gotta watch. Like that's what it comes down to. Do you stay?
Yeah, do you stay on
Do
stage?
you stay? No, do you stay in the crowd or do you just bounce?
I can't remember if
Where
we.
do you sit?
I can't
Well, we
remember
were
if
in
we
the-
go sit down.
We were in the auditorium. So my
Yeah.
middle school one, we were in the auditorium at Herndon Middle. You know, Herndon Middle's auditorium, decent
pretty big,
size.
yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, we used to have church there, decent size. I misspelled faithful. I thought she said something else, but honestly, I think I was nervous.
Fateful.
Faithful.
Could have been a fateful day.
Yeah, I think I misheard it because I was so focused on like the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
The lights started beaming on your face.
Yeah, the
Started
sweat's beating.
sweat.
Hey, Nico.
Yeah, I misheard that joint,
On that
'Cause we used to do
fateful
some-
day.
What'd you spell?
bro. I don't remember. It was a word, but it wasn't a word. But it
Did
wasn't
you go
the
out
word.
on like the third letter or the fourth letter?
My mom was like, "Why didn't you ask them to repeat it?" She was sick. Or here's the thing: like we would do little spelling games in the car. Like my dad would be like, "Austin, spell this,"
Yeah, the flashcards and all.
and then we would spell it, and then so we were legit good spellers.
Yeah, I was good.
And Maria, now my little sister Maria,
She took it
shout
to
out
the next
Maria.
level.
Yeah, she won the school, Herndon Elementary School spelling bee in 4th grade, and then she got all the way to like,
Probably like regionals or something.
it was like the county joint, but she was one of the youngest.
I remember the word she misspelled too. That was a tough one, dog.
And
it
went-
was sassafras.
Okay, I don't remember all that,
Yeah.
but
I don't know
That's
why
a
I
tough
remember that
one.
word, but
Sassafras?
yeah,
That's a
Yeah,
real
a
word.
lot of S's.
that's
It
one
can
of
throw
the
you off.
1930s words. Huh?
yeah, man. But she got to like the I don't know if they had like brackets. She had gotten through like 2 or 3 rounds. Of
She got further than us. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. That's why she's at Duke. And,
Exactly.
You know, we have a podcast and we just talk, man.
Hey guys, thanks for clocking in with us and making it this far into the episode. We want to continue these episodes for as long as possible, but we might need your help. If you click on the description on each episode, you'll find a link that reads support this podcast. If you enjoy keeping up with us, click on that link and you can make a monthly donation. All right, you guys hear enough of me talking anyways, so let's get back into the episode.
But yeah, man, another thing I wanted to piggyback off of what you said is I feel like since COVID, it's crazy, man, because it's like COVID is gone, but it's not gone. Y'all, like the people who are like so, pressed on everybody getting the vaccine, and we're not going to go there, but I'm just saying an observation that I'm seeing. The people that are, you getting vaccinated saves the world, and, if you're unvaccinated, blah, blah, blah. They're the ones who are socializing the most.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of a contradiction. But
it's not because they're vaccinated that they're socializing. They're saying it so that it's really everybody get vaccinated so we can do what we used to do. You know what I'm saying? But what I was
probably wasn't the healthiest.
right. So what I was going to say is since COVID is kind of like died down, I feel like people kind of lost sight of like, look, life is short. Like we need to appreciate, the things that we took for granted, the people that we took for granted. Because in the heart of COVID, a lot of people were like, yeah, man, like I'm seeing a lot going on, a lot going on.
Perspective change.
And perspective change, right? But I feel like we've gone back to just, and I'm talking to myself too. Like I'm talking about as a society. We've kind of gone
like
back
a New Year's
resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's kind of just like, oh, all right, we're kind of back to normal. And then, we talk about in sports a lot how, the game is won or lost by inches, right? Life is the same way, man. And I'm not talking about from like a life or death situation, but, it really is small things, man, that really impact your life for better or for worse. Like, if you really think about like the thin threads of like how you even like know people, or like how you got this job, or like how, this situation that maybe didn't go in your favor happened. It's usually not like a big thing. It's like a series or like one small decision. Like, you decided to go to this side of town instead of that side of town, and something happened on that side of town, and you usually wouldn't go to the side of town that you went to, and that saved you from something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, small things lead to big things.
2020 though.
Small things. Small
Hindsight's
things.
2020 though. That's. I think we can always look back on our choices and feel that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, this isn't to say that we have control, right, over how everything happened. I'm just saying, what we do have control over is, our mind, our actions, and trying to think about, all right, how this can lead me to the right path, or how it can potentially lead me down the wrong path. But yeah, let's talk about my experience this week. Got my first ever legit massage. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Worldgate Spa. It's at the gym where we've been members for years, but we also are the basketball trainers there. Shout out to Austin's girlfriend, Jess. She works there, and
She do anything when you came? She wasn't doing a dang thing.
she as long as she gives you that bread for the bills, right? That's all that matters, right? Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes, sir. That's all that matters.
Where my drop at, man? Where my drop at?
Amen. Well, let's get right into
all
the
that matters.
segments, brother. Amen.
She gave me like a little rundown about what was going to happen. She did inform me that I couldn't wear socks. My toes had to be out. I clipped them dangs. I still got the basketball feet, but I clipped them dangs. All right. What I got? What type of feet I got?
You got them rottweiler dogs.
What type of feet you got? What type of feet you got?
I got them French bulldog feet.
You're a little more sophisticated.
My feet, because I've gotten a few pedicures, my feet have drastically improved.
I got one. I may have to.
I need to go back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the pedicure.
It
felt good,
It's
but
great.
I didn't. It didn't feel right when I left. I'm not even gonna hold you. I just wasn't really rocking. But first of all, I thought it was finna be like Rush Hour 2.
Ricky Tan scene.
Ricky Tan.
America? Wanna come to America? Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, dog. That's one of my favorite movies.
Chris Tucker's so underrated, dog.
He is very underrated.
He is.
He's very underrated.
Nah, he's a legend. It wasn't like Rush Hour 2. I was telling the guys before, kind of what happened, and I'm gonna blame Aaliyah, because Aaliyah was like, "Yeah, you can either be naked or you can wear underwear under your robe." So I got naked. All right, I wasn't naked. I was naked. Nekkid. Okay, I was naked.
Butt naked.
I was butt naked, but under the robe though, under the robe, because I thought that was standard.
I hope you had a robe on.
Nah, I'm not that wild. I'm not about to be. You ain't about to Deshaun Watson me. No sirree.
Yo, what's good with Deshaun?
You ain't about to Deshaun me.
What's good with
I just had a kid too. Freak no. Yeah, man. All jokes aside, like I was worried because I'm like, all right, I kind of had I ate like a legit breakfast. Like I had like pancakes, grits, and eggs.
I was trying to figure out where you were about to go with that.
And my number one concern was, don't fart, dog. Like, just don't fart. For real, like just don't fart.
You took a dump before?
Nah, man. I just trusted God. To be honest with you, I just trusted God.
Oh man.
But it was great, man. Shout out to Karita. She been in the game a while, man. She
Strong hands.
She has some strong hands, okay, and that's one of the points I want to make. You know, in the movies, you know, they have like not that. All right, I'm not gonna say she wasn't attractive. That's not what I'm going for. But you know, they have like the skinnier, you know, like supermodel looking massage therapist that, you know, the man fantasizes about or whatever. That's not what you need, fellas.
No,
you need somebody whose hands are strong. Okay, SKRONG. They're strong. Just some strong hands.
Large Marge hand, none hands.
Yeah, you need some hands that need dough. Okay, you need.
Is there a correlation between the elbow? You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so we're gonna get to this later.
The upper forearm area.
Our OG clock-in fans, our loyal fans know that we had a Thanksgiving. Actually, it was a mac and cheese
guy. It was a best practice guy.
Best practices of high quality mac and cheese, and one of the common qualities.
Can you bring this up on the YouTube?
Yeah. That feels good to say that too.
Yeah,
you know, like ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Can you put it on screen one?
Yeah.
We have no screens in here, but it felt good to say that.
Don't yell at me like Steven.
Speaking of mac and cheese, you know, I don't know what you saw.
I saw some blasphemy. That's what I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm
real live. The people
can you pull up the indicators? Can you pull that up?
Yeah, let's go to that, man.
Because we tried to help y'all out.
They did not.
Take that's what we're about. We're about helping the people, and you know, we posted on the Clock In Pod account the key indicators of good mac and cheese.
Okay, let's go through it, man.
Let's go do it.
We gotta have a live show so we can actually make it more impactful. But we said, you know, if the chef
pull it up.
Or the cook. No. I'm gonna take it back. The cook, not chefs. You need cooks
for Thanksgiving. Yeah, you gotta have cooks.
You need a cook.
You gotta have cooks.
The elbow and the tricep area has to be loose. Okay, for years.
It must be fluid.
Years of you can't have a tight elbow.
No, it can't be
tight. You it's not gonna get the scoop, the churning of the. You know what I'm saying?
Hang time. I would say the method of measurement is hang time.
Hang time, yeah.
It is hang time. That's the method.
Still hang time.
There's
a still test and there's a flick test.
That's the unit of measurement.
If I flick the bottom of the tricep, if I flick the bottom of the tricep, how many times does it shake?
What's the word? Oscillate. Oscillate back and forth.
Well, while we're here, man, key indicators of good mac and cheese. Number 1. Served in a square or rectangular dish.
Absolutely.
Number 2.
If it's in a circular dish,
it's
casserole.
Yeah.
It's not mac and cheese.
Disqualified.
That's macaroni. That's macaroni casserole with cheese.
Again, unless it's the additional, it's the.
If it's the leftover, yes sir.
That was a good one. Double up.
Yes, that's huge, Nico.
That's the extra. That's for brother. That's for brother Johnson over there. The extra dish for Brother Johnson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't touch the circular pan. You hear? That's for Reverend Jenkins and his wife Sandra.
Number 2, cheese to noodle ratio. Number 3, golden brown top crust. Number 4, help required to finish scoop.
A spotter.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, we have a really great deep dive on this stuff.
Yes.
10 to 20 years of culinary experience.
You can't have no rookie.
Yeah. Right. Not for mac and cheese.
We gotta get into this, man, because
not for mac and cheese.
We gotta get into this. I've never in my life had good mac and cheese at a Friendsgiving. Okay, the
How many
Friendsgiving mac and
Friendsgivings have
right.
you been to?
I've been to like 3 or 4.
Not a memorable
This is
mac
the-
and cheese.
the Friends-
Hold on. This was when
I was dating a white girl. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
okay.
there
dating
you
a
go.
white
There you
girl.
go. That might be.
I was about to say, dog.
But I've been to-
I've
I've been to some like other.
I think Sierra might have had one.
It's
Yeah.
usually a melding of cultures, but you're not expecting good mac and cheese at a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter if it's black.
Who started the Friendsgiving?
The name
Somebody
is fire
will know.
though. I think the name.
The name is fire. No,
It's actually a dope.
it's a
like,
dope
thing.
concept. Well, you think about like this area especially. There's a bunch of people who aren't from here.
Right.
Their family, and
Right.
they can't
It's a
take
transient
that.
city. Yeah.
That's true.
They
That's true.
can't
No,
take
this
that.
is the only
that
place
time
I've
off.
heard of that being a thing. It's
Yeah.
like for everybody else, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see my fam.
Yeah.
Like normal people.
Yeah, but
I thought Friendsgiving wasn't on Thanksgiving though.
No, it's
Nah.
not.
It's like
around the same
It's
time.
actually it's probably this week
yeah.
For most people, they plan it.
or last
you know.
week.
Have you ever not been with family on Thanksgiving?
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
College
yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
man. I didn't. When I was playing in college, 5 years I hadn't had Thanksgiving with my family. It was so depressing. But thankfully, I still had some family in North Carolina, like
Oh, so you had
cousins.
family. I'm talking about no family.
Yeah,
You never
no.
spent Thanksgiving in Europe?
I did actually. So that was one.
What's that like?
We who I live with, it was like all American, so we just
Yeah.
kind of had our own Thanksgiving.
So you had a Friendsgiving pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't you make the mac and cheese?
I did make the mac and cheese, and it actually was pretty good.
All right.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Shout out to Mom. I think
I didn't know that was in your repertoire.
Yeah, man. Look,
I learned you were.
I'm not
good
bad,
this
yo.
Summer.
I'm not bad. I'm not bad.
Nah, I
Like, I don't put in the effort that like a Jessica does or like maybe Aaliyah.
Courtney.
But I think if I like really like wanted to, like I could go down.
Absolutely.
Like I could. Go
I had to
down.
cook myself for the last like 7 years, and I've learned like, yo, it's not as hard as I thought. It's just time consuming.
Very time.
It's just time consuming, and when you have a busy, say it again.
You gotta pay attention. Like,
Yeah,
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It is a lot of pressure.
But I'm cooking for me, so I'm just like, I didn't really cook for people. You know what I'm saying? I was cooking to survive.
Is that really cooking though?
Yeah, I mean,
What you make? What's on the menu?
what did I make for me?
Yeah.
Because it's biased. That's what I said.
I mean,
is it really cooking if you cook?
It depended. Like I had like my meal prep meals where I make like, you know, baked chicken thighs, rice, broccoli. Then I had like the meals where I wanted to like, you know, kind of have a cheat day or whatever. I made like fried chicken wings, homemade fries, you know, green beans. I wasn't making soul food. You know what I'm saying?
To me, those are like level 2 cooking things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can do it without instructions. You're okay. You don't need a supervisor. Level 3 cooking is like, I'm cooking for like 30 people.
Yeah, my confidence is not there.
Yeah, that's different.
It's not even
It's a
close.
whole, like, you're not really cooking.
I just learned I can make food that tastes pretty good for me. You know, for just me, right? Now to dive into that list, there's a couple things. The noodle to cheese ratio. The ratio should be about 70-30, 60-40 minimum. 70% cheese, 30% noodles on the bite. On the bite, okay. Then there's a difference between the whole pan.
Noodle size too.
Yeah, you don't need the jumbo.
Yeah.
Dispersion.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like baked mac and cheese, not like the restaurant mac
Nothing
and
in a
cheese.
box.
So like,
No.
there's a black owned business. It's really like their food's fire. Makers Union at Ruston Town Center.
Oof.
They have this mac and cheese appetizer that is amazing.
It's fire.
But it comes in like the skillet, and there's like some like crust on it or something. The problem is other people will make that mac and cheese like that for the masses.
Which is still good, but it's not the mac and cheese that we're
Nah.
accustomed
put
to.
way more time for that.
The last two, word of mouth certified, and then as we talked about earlier, loose elbows / triceps. Are there any other indicators that we can throw in there?
This isn't really an indicator. It's more of a warning. Because this has happened multiple times at church events. Okay,
if no one, if no one asked if no one asked you to make the mac and cheese, then don't bring mac and cheese.
That's one. That's an important one.
Like, know your role.
That's an important one.
Know your
Or
role.
if there's somebody
yourself.
If there's somebody who is certified 5-star with mac and cheese, and you know that they're gonna bring it, don't bring mac and cheese too. Don't do it. Do not do it to yourself. I'm gonna tell you,
Because now you're in a competition, and then you're just gonna lose that battle, man.
You have to set up the battle before.
Marva Von Hamilton is the Floyd Mayweather of mac and cheese. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? She's Floyd. She's undefeated. She's undefeated, and she's not competing with anybody. That's not her goal.
Your mom might be Pai Mei of mac and cheese.
Yeah, dog. She
like trained multiple disciplines of mac and cheese.
Yeah, she has
different styles. Like I've heard different styles.
She has
disciplines.
She's a mac and cheese.
And then Tai Chi.
Yeah,
she's a mac and cheese mentor. Okay,
she's the Miyagi.
I would say master. Like
she's the Miyagi of
but you have to seek her out. That's how you know that that she's a mentor.
But she chooses her mentees wisely.
Very wisely. Very wisely.
You don't get that mentorship, just by asking. Nah, she needs to vet you.
There's a process.
I'll say there's a certain spirit.
Yeah, that's what my mama said. You gotta have a certain spirit about you.
A certain spirit, man.
Yeah, you gotta have a certain spirit about you. So,
2 weeks. Thanksgiving's coming up, man.
So what? This actually happened.
We should come up. We should come up with like a roles list too.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think my designated role is to always just kind of have like the music. I'll bring in some beverages. You usually tell some stories.
I'm dessert and comedy. That's it.
You usually tell
dessert
some
and comedy.
Walter will probably argue with somebody at some point.
LeBron's going to come up.
Yeah, but it's needed.
He always brings up a debate.
LeBron's going to come up.
Brandon's he's an entertainer as well.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer
with his footwork.
He dips early. He always dips early.
He does
always has
dip
another
early.
spot to bounce to.
Yeah, that's true. He's with his family. Obviously, mom does what she does. And then there's just people that just come and eat, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Come and eat. Yeah, eat.
The sister-in-laws at this point, they bring the sides.
Yep.
They know
their role.
They're
pie.
Eric is apple pie, so that's his role.
And then you gotta stay out the kitchen until it's time to eat. You just have to stay out the kitchen because you might get cursed out.
Yep.
You might get cursed out.
I had to learn I can't say hi.
No, you really you
can't say
unless my mom says hi to you, then don't.
Right, don't mess up the flow.
just.
It's not to be rude. It's just that's the way it is.
And that's just from years of experience. Awareness of the situation.
Read the room.
I mean, again, he knows his role, man. So I'd encourage you guys, man. Just really reevaluate. Yeah, really reevaluate yourself.
My secondary role is taste tester. Okay.
Yeah.
Because here's what you guys got to do.
But there's a.
I'm the store,
store runner. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. It might take an extra couple minutes to get back.
Yes, sir.
No. Me and Nico, we know the store run.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really good role.
Right quick.
That's a really good role.
Man.
Andrew, what's your role, dog?
I don't even know. My role is.
I feel like Andrew can cook. Though.
Yeah.
You cook?
I mean, I can chef a little bit.
Okay. See, that's how you know you can cook.
Yeah. I feel like Andrew can cook a little bit.
Chef.
Yeah. He didn't say cook.
Yeah. Andrew's a renaissance man.
I got a question though. How do you know when you graduate roles? Like, how do I know when it's time to move
from a level 2 to a level 3?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it just comes with time, man.
It's like bestowed on you, like you're knighted that role.
Exactly.
After tradition.
Exactly.
It takes time. Because they knew I liked apple pie, but they didn't know I had a love to share apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Every year.
And
it just became a thing.
So then what happens is, my mom has complimented his role because she knows that Eric's going to bring the apple pie, so she'll give another.
Can I call mom? I'm going to call mom real quick.
Yeah. Call her. Let's.
Because I have a very important question.
But do I have to show up with the food and they next year you need to bring that back? Or
you kind of
you could have impression at 4th of July or something.
You
And
kind of
then,
got to
you
make
know
an
what?
impression,
You need to
bro.
do that for Thanksgiving.
That's a good way to test it.
That's how it works.
If you
I'm good where I'm at.
if you want to graduate, if you want to graduate, there's little things you can do, right?
Hey, Austin.
Hey, Mom. So we're recording the podcast, right? So this is live recording.
This is live.
But I had a quick question for you. This is a very important question. Are you making the sweet potato pie this year?
That's what you call the answer. As soon as I can find some potatoes, I gotta start hunting down my potatoes. So
Okay.
the answer is yes.
Can you hear the round of applause?
Let's go. Let's go.
Several years, have you?
I think it's been a few years, right?
Since 2016, since I had that surgery. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to run this list by Mom.
Oh yeah, Mom. Can we quickly run this list to you about
We can't.
key indicators of good mac and cheese? All right, quick list. It's seven bullet points. All right. Again, this is the key indicators of good mac and cheese. We're trying to educate the people on what mac and cheese to eat or not eat. All right. So number 1, served in a square or rectangular dish. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, cheese to noodle ratio. Right. Marshall said it needs to be 70% cheese, 30% noodles. Number 3, golden brown top crust. Okay. Number 4, help required to finish scoop. So that means, the mac and cheese is that cheesy to where you need help. Right? And Marshall, if you need to add anything.
Yeah. So you usually, because Mom, you're usually the helper, right? So someone scoops it, and then you have another. This is how you know, this is how you know the mac and cheese is official. There's a scoop for the mac and cheese, and there's a second scoop to cut the cheese so that it can be put on the plate cleanly and evenly. So that's what we mean by help required to finish the scoop. 10 to 20 years of culinary experience. Okay, now in your case, you're a prodigy, so it didn't take you that long.
That's facts. Shout out to Nana, man.
Word of mouth certified, meaning people talk about your mac and cheese. You don't advertise your mac and cheese. You don't volunteer your mac and cheese. People ask you to bring the mac and cheese.
Yeah, they do.
And then the seventh one. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. But
let him get into
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the list? Is there anything you would add? That's a basic list. That's like 101. The people who are trying to make mac and cheese for the first time, or they've made mac and cheese before and maybe it didn't get the best reviews. But what do you think about that list? And is there anything else you would add to that list?
No, y'all. No, I guess I never looked at it that way. I'm from the South. We just cook a certain kind of way.
Yep.
So it's some things are in your genes, some things you learn.
Are you born with it?
Yeah,
Is it the it factor, Mom?
Yeah, are you born with it, or
you have to have it? Are you born with it, or can you learn what you do?
I don't think you can learn it. That's just my opinion. I don't think you can learn it because I've tried it and I made it and it was good, but it's just not the same.
You ain't got them years though.
I don't have the years.
But
I
Gucci
don't.
Man said you can't be born seasoned.
What did he say?
You can't be born seasoned.
So, Mom, how long did it take you to get your mac and cheese to this level?
It didn't take me long. I've been
See?
I've always been.
You just had it, man. Just gifted.
5 or 6 years old.
Naturally
I've
gifted.
been watching my mom. I just did what my mom did.
And my
A little extra here and there,
Does she think it's top tier?
My own touch to it. So
Oh,
the key thing, you're a good cook is when your mother calls you and asks you for your recipe.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that?
What did she say?
She said, you're a good cook when your mother calls you.
yeah.
And your mother's certified, right?
When the student has become
When the mother asks you for the recipe.
that is major. That's major. I wanted to ask, is there someone's mac and cheese that you look up to above your own.
Yeah, is there someone is there other mac and cheese that you've had that you say, you know what, it's a little bit better than mine, and I want to learn how to get it to that point, or you don't have any of that competition?
My mom would be the only person.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a worthy answer.
That's it.
That's really the best
that's
answer there is.
Last question. So one of the things we talked about is the mentees that have asked you to teach them, right?
How do you know if they have?
How do you choose who to share the recipe with and who not to share it with? Because you're not gonna share it with everybody. I don't mean no harm, but you ain't gonna share it with everybody.
The person has to have that interest in it and that desire to really want to know how to cook.
Spirit.
And they're not asking me for my secrets. They want to know how to cook. And they're humble, they're ready to learn, they're not trying to compete. They just want to, they're genuine from their heart. And they want to know how to cook.
There it is.
There it is.
Amen.
There it is. Well, I'm gonna hand the phone back.
All right, that's it, Mom. We appreciate you. Love you. We'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.
That's it.
You might end the episode off.
That's it, man. That's it.
You heard it here first, man. D. Marva Von Hamilton, man. Love you, Mom. Appreciate you. And the sweet potato pie is coming back.
It's coming back. It's coming back. That's another thing.
And we gotta give y'all a piece of that joint. I don't know if you've ever had it. I know Eric, you've had it. Nico, I don't know if you've had it.
I don't know if I've ever had a piece of pie,
A piece of pie in general?
Any pie?
What?
Oh, man. No, man, we gotta get you up to
I don't
speed,
want
brother.
to. Like, it don't seem appetizing to me.
You
Really?
ain't had the right pie, brother.
We haven't had any
pie. Even with like ice cream? Do you like ice cream?
Yeah, ice cream's cool, but pie just don't.
Pie and ice cream, dog.
Pie and ice cream is like...
You gotta try this sweet potato pie, bro. That has to be your first pie.
Wait, hold on.
Your grandmother made
there's
pie.
no way.
Eat pie. I don't eat
You haven't tried your grandmother. Have you tried peach cobbler?
Nope.
Did your grandma made peach cobbler?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure I've had her
You
peach
haven't
cobbler.
lived.
Yeah, but I don't eat a lot of
Are you
sweets.
not a
Pie,
big
like,
sweets
makes
guy?
everything better.
I do like sweets, but I don't like cake.
You're not a pastry guy.
Not so much.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
I mean, I get it. There's things that like Danishes.
That's surprising.
Like Danishes don't look good to me. It's a croissant with like
It's a tease.
fruit filling in the middle of it.
I'm not a big fruit filling
It's
person.
a small
That
toaster.
cream cheese ain't
That's
ice
true.
cream, bro.
Yeah, it's trash.
It's trash. Cream cheese is out of
There's nothing worse than thinking you're eating a glazed donut and you eat a donut with
That's terrible.
what is that
the
called?
cream.
It's like
That's like me. That's like
creme
with
brulee,
pickles. Like if I eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich and there's pickles, that's the same feeling.
You don't like pickles on your
Nah.
chicken sandwich?
Oh, take them off. Take them off.
You like. I know you've always liked pickles.
Yeah, I mean,
You're kind of weird. That's just my correlation between.
I'm unique. I'm unique. Okay, I'm unique.
Wow, that was a great deep dive. into mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
man. We weren't even.
I'm glad. Thank you, God, for giving me that intuition to call Mom.
That's
Glad she
why.
answered too.
That's why we said this is going to be
We have to post
a
that.
random. Yeah, absolutely,
We have to post that.
absolutely. There's no
People need-
debate.
The masses need that.
No debate, man.
She's passionate about who she shares it with too.
You know why though? Because there's been people who will take the recipe and make it, and then if they get good reviews, they don't give her credit.
Or they make it in this trash and they like, yeah, that's where I learned it from.
Yeah, this.
Tell another
Well, this is
kid
Marvin.
joke.
Yeah, man.
But I think what I got out of that, man, is like the cooking for her means so much more than just cooking.
It's like basketball to us.
Like it's really like obviously it's a passion for her. I mean, she studied home economics, right?
Yeah, that was
But
really
like
great.
I think just the satisfaction of the meals that she provides, for certain occasions, but it does something to her that I can just tell. It just means so much more.
Well, when I equated to like a performance. Now she's not performing. She's not doing it as a performance.
No, it is on take hold. You're right.
But it's like a performance. Like Dad with his preaching, that's like his game time.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you've been around my dad, like if you were to meet him out in the street, you wouldn't be like, he's a pastor, because you think of the black pastors as the yellers and screamers, flashy, yeah. But when he gets behind the pulpit, a different side of him comes out, right?
You can see him like pacing, like when you see him pacing, like that's him just kind of mentally preparing.
Yeah, no,
like he'll kind of hype up Neek and you're like, I think that's like he enjoys it, man.
Yeah, it gets him going, man. Like and he said that to me. So for her, it's bigger than just making good food. It's about creating an experience, creating memories. Like you think about, some of the most, impactful moments you've had as a family. Usually food's involved, or with friends. Usually food is involved.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that. You can go out to a great 5-star restaurant, have a great time. Food's great. There's nothing like someone creating a meal. You all sitting down at a table, eating, talking,
family
laughing.
food and fellowship, man.
It's nothing like it, man. So she takes. I mean, ask Eric. Like,
yeah, man. If you take all those moments away, that's a lot of moments, bro. That's a lot of moments. I think about it, I'm like, Dad, I've ate a lot of your mom's cooking.
Yeah, man.
Like, not just at her house, but at other events where, like, she would have brought food and all. And I think about it, I was like, that's a lot of time.
And people will literally, man, when we have, like, graduation parties or mainly graduation parties, there are people who will come just for the plate of food. They'll come, get the food, drop the gift off. All right, I got to go to another joint. And you know what my mom does? She invites it. She's like, because there are people who will be like, you know what, I have this going on. I'm going to be busy. She's like, just come get a plate. I have a plate ready for you. Because it's about serving. That's the other thing. It's about serving. And I wasn't going to go there, but now that we're here, think about it. Like, she was a home economics major, meaning she studied how to create an environment and create a culture where everything is taken care of in the home. So home economics isn't just cooking. Like, it's sewing. It's a lot of things that go into it. Like all of our window treatments and
your home outside of, like, I mean,
and creating, right? You're creating stuff for your home.
It's a craft.
Yeah, it literally is a craft.
Organization, it's a lot.
It's a craft that she's perfected, because
clock in.
5 or 6 years old, I heard that.
And keeping up a home is not.
It's not something
like it's not like they call the maintenance man and have the maintenance man come in, bro. Like it's not. Yeah, like.
And she's made the blind, not the blinds, but the window treatments, blankets that we use for like our living room. She's sewed and made those.
Afghans. I remember Afghans.
She literally, like her footprint and her handprint is on our home.
Think about like the class projects that we've worked on. That she's literally like, I mean, she's done a lot of our projects.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of there to assist and, help a little bit. But yeah, man, some of y'all want to be wifey material and y'all post all this stuff, but y'all don't have the right heart for it, man.
No. Nope.
Y'all don't got the right heart for it.
Not even close. You gotta have a servant's heart. And think about the fact that they had a home economics major back then. That was a major.
You rarely would see that nowadays.
It was a major, and it's because of the woman's role in the home back then. There was a certain, standard or expectation. Not that it's bad that women work these days or work more.
Homes were more affordable too.
Yeah, no, for sure. You could get away with one income more so back then. So there's definitely variables. But if someone said, "I want to be a home ec major today," they would get crucified. They get laughed at.
Because it's what you're supposed to do. You don't get a cookie.
So there's something in being, a major part of creating a home environment that people want to be a part of. no matter how big our house was or isn't, whatever gadgets or cool things we had or didn't have, you know, people loved coming to our house and they want to stay.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to do with the type of house, the size, again, the flashy stuff. It's
the people. People.
And the experience.
The spirit.
You know you're going to leave with food. You know you're going to
leave with some laughs. You're going to leave with
love,
some encouragement, ultimately some love, man. Needless to say, y'all not all y'all coming over to the crib for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted now.
Like, you know.
Don't get it twisted.
That could be a nice little, like, Patreon. Like,
that would be fire.
You know, you might get a plate, man. For real.
Yeah, Andrew, the team, y'all got to come by and get a plate, man.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, I heard about this mac and cheese.
Dog, yeah. You got to come by. You and the Katie got to come by. At least to get a plate.
For sure.
Yeah, man, What time y'all eat dinner, though?
When the Cowboys play, never fails. Yeah. When the Cowboys are playing, it's usually that game starts at 4.
It's gotten better though.
Because the in-laws help us decide.
But before, like dog, we were probably eating out because we weren't helping. Before we're probably eating like 7, 8 o'clock, dog. But now, yeah.
7?
Yes.
Late. Yeah.
Yes.
I caught a play last time after work.
Dog, but think like you got.
Bro, it's a laboratory.
You got 5 kids. Yeah. She's doing all the cooking.
Bro. Yeah, it's a
There's a lot of prep that goes into that cooking.
When does she start?
She'll start some things the night before.
Yeah.
But
My
then.
grandma might start today. She
Yeah.
might have some in that joint today.
But like, dog, there's so much food.
Rice
bro.
and gravy, ham, turkey, ribs, greens, potato salad, seafood salad,
and then
mac and cheese,
the sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
That's like a week prep.
The stuffing / dressing. What else?
Other desserts.
Corn, maybe.
It's a lot of freaking food.
I like mashed potatoes, bro.
We don't do mashed potatoes, really. Not for Thanksgiving.
That's a very underrated.
Y'all do rice more than that.
Rice and gravy. That's a southern thing.
I love
rice
stuffing
I
too,
just
dog.
noticed that. I just realized that when you said that.
Wait, hold on. What's the difference between stuffing and dressing? Do y'all know?
Dressing is baked.
Yeah,
it's like baked in a pan.
And one's red and has yellow lettering.
Is stuffing not baked?
I think stuffing is just.
Is it the same thing?
In the turkey.
Yeah. It's when you put dressing in a pan and you like basically stuffing that's baked. Like
I still don't.
Dressing is just stuffing that is outside of the turkey. That's all it is. It's only called stuffing because
cranberry. If you like cranberry, the cranberry whatever sauce or whatever.
Is it?
It's just for show.
It's just for show.
I've never tasted it
because that's different.
I've never tasted it. Now people talk about being weird.
That's like putting pineapple on your pizza.
If you eat that, you're weird. Talk about being weird.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I would say it's an acquired taste.
I like pineapple on
pineapple pizza.
It's weird.
It gets a bad rap, but it's actually not that bad.
That joint's straight.
Throw some ham on
With
it.
ham, it's
with the ham.
It's one of those things where you can't suggest that for more than one person. It's got to be one of those like homebody things. Like I'm gonna treat myself to this.
Right.
Yeah.
Clock in family, Aham here. Appreciate you all for making it this far into the episode. If you enjoy our content, we've got something special for you. Check out patreon.com/clockin or download the Patreon app that's spelled Patreon and search Clock In the Podcast. You'll have a chance to become a subscriber of the podcast for access to bonus episodes, merchandise discounts, and much more, only at $5.10 a month. The link is also in the podcast description. All right, I'll shut up now and let y'all get back to it. Peace.
Yeah, so we're coming up on Thanksgiving, so I figured, it was a good segue. We kind of got into like any more like do's and don'ts before I move on to the next.
I think we covered it all, man.
Yeah.
Again, know your role. All right. Know your role.
Don't be a hero.
Don't be a hero. And again, man, Thanksgiving is a time of thanks, right? So like, don't ruin the mood. It's about love and it's about family. So
Yeah, leave the drama at home.
Yeah, like I don't need to hear about so and so and this and that. Nah, man, I'm here to eat, watch football, and be with my family. It's that simple.
That's it.
It's that simple.
So I did want to talk about, what are we thankful for, and just having a thankful spirit in general. Because, I'm learning, man. I mean, this isn't to it's really to brag on my parents more than anything, but it isn't to put our family on some type of pedestal. But the older I get, the more I realize how we grew up is not the norm, right? It really isn't. Because a lot of people have come, to our house, friends, different family members, different people that we know, and they're like, man, this is different. This is you guys have something special here, especially as a black family. We have our issues, man. We're not perfect like any family. But I think one of the things that, what was instilled into us was to be thankful. So, what do you guys want to kind of just talk about when it comes to, what you're thankful for now, what maybe, you're thankful for in the past? Because I think it's important for us to kind of express ourselves and, be an example of having a thankful spirit, I should say.
Yeah, I think for me, and I tend to I tend to think about this frequently, man. Just being grateful, right? I talk about perspective a lot, because I just think it's probably one of the most important things you can have, when you're living in this lifetime, man. So yeah, being thankful. I think perspective kind of goes hand in hand with it. Little things, man, having a place to live. I was thinking about that actually the other day. It's man, I got a place to live for my family. My son, I got another one on the way. He'll have a place to live. He'll have food on the table. It's beautiful, man, because you're in a situation where sometimes things are kind of uncertain. So having that mindset, having that perspective to know things are okay, right? You're on the right path. It's important, man. And again, I think about this stuff a lot, not just when it's Thanksgiving, So life in general, man, I mean, to make a short answer, but life in general, I'm just thankful for it, in all facets. And it's all glory goes to God at the end of the day. So nothing in particular, but yeah, man, just life.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was going to say something similar, maybe get more deep, but the highs and the lows, man. I think we want to glorify the highs, and we want to, have a certain mindset and thankfulness and gratefulness when things are going well. But I've said this in my sales career, and it applies to life. I've never learned anything from it. I'm not saying, I'll take a step back. Let me rephrase it. I've learned more from a no, meaning adversity, someone saying no to me, than I've learned from a yes. So the lows, the challenges, the obstacles, as Angie Johnson would say, the opposition, you know what I'm saying? Right, the things that don't go well, man, that's where you really grow. That's where, you have an opportunity to reflect and figure out how you can be better. So I'm thankful for the blessings, and there's a lot of them, man. I don't have time to talk about all the blessings. I don't deserve all of them, to be quite honest with you. Family being one of them, man. That's the cornerstone of everything in my life. My son, he didn't have the easiest pregnancy. I'm not gonna go deep, but there was a lot of things that happened, and he's here. He's here, healthily. He doesn't want for anything, and even though I'm not where I want to be, I can look back and say, all right, I did enough of the right things to position myself to be ready to take care of him, even though this wasn't a planned thing, right? So I just want to challenge people, man. Like, when you have obstacles coming at you, it sounds twisted, but you need to be thankful, because typically God's trying to teach you something, or you put yourself in a position where you're gonna have to learn a certain lesson.
I would say, just to piggyback, I would say, like, when obstacles come, don't be so quick to react. You know what I mean? Like, really assess the situation, think first, and then attack it full on. Like, don't automatically respond. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's real lessons in just sitting back and just waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean,
we tend to just respond.
It's emotional. It's an emotional thing.
When things just come at us. It's like, and yeah, man, when you have that perspective and things don't go your way, and you're kind of going through a hardship, it's like, all right, like, I'm ready to just kind of, attack this. But again, like, settle down and assess what's going on. Like, when I had the accident, I just quickly Googled, because I kind of forgot, like, what to do. So I quickly Googled, went on Progressive, and, like, the first thing was just like relax and, like, settle down. Are you injured? No. All right. And just go from there.
Yeah, perspective is what I was going to say, man. Like you just brought it up. When you really sit back and think, right? And I try to use this every day. Like, if this is the worst thing that happens to me today, man, I have a good life. Like, I really have a great life. If this is the worst thing if somebody's saying something bad about me, if me missing a workout, or a deal I thought was going to close didn't close, I'm a little sick, I'm a little tired. Like, if that's the worst thing that I have to deal with, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed, man. And I did want to pass it on to you guys to kind of go through some of the things that you're thankful for, and then wrap up with a few things. But yeah, like, I want to open up the floor to y'all to give y'all's perspective.
I mean, that perspective is huge, because for myself, I always think it could be worse. I always look at things like, when something bad happens, it's like, but it could have been worse. Like, I've come from, and the entrepreneur, like, lifestyle, from having, the car I had then, which was, I drove a Mustang back then, and then having to downgrade, and then it's like, at least I got a car. Like, I'm always, because I got friends that, still struggling. It's like, at least I got this. I could be like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, when it comes to the health of, like, my mom, or my family, and then I have friends that, like, lost their parents. I'm like, dang, at least I still, it's perspective. So I'm thankful, when I look at things like that. For real.
I think and not to cut you guys off, but I think to live a joyful life and a happy life, you have to have perspective, man. If you don't have perspective, like,
the right perspective,
yeah, you're just gonna always be in worry, and it just won't be healthy for you, and it'll lead to a path that isn't gonna get you to that happiness, or joy, or whatever it is you're seeking.
And I can piggyback off of what Andrew said, because I saw it firsthand. So I was training a kid in wrestling. Andrew came and filmed it. And I was in my car, probably texting or calling somebody to, like, figure out, plans for something that I'm about to do next, or I don't know, something related to business. So I didn't leave right away, and he calls me and he's like, yo, I ran out of gas. Like, can you drive me to the next gas station and get me gas? He wasn't, like, mad. He wasn't fearful. He was laughing about it. He was like, hey, man, like, are you busy? I'm like, nah, what's good? He's like, I just ran out of gas. Like, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
He was laughing about it. And now here's what I'll say. This is a big nugget. I was going to help him anyway, right? But if he would have been like belly aching and oh, woe is me, and I'm a victim, and oh my God, you know, I wouldn't have been as enthused to help him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between helping somebody because you feel like you have to versus helping somebody because you want to. And he made it easy for me to want to help him, right? And let's say I had something going on and I was going to be late for helping him. And that, in this case, that wasn't going to happen. But let's say, for example, I would have been fine being late based on his attitude.
Yeah.
If I, you know,
you could live with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. If he had a bad attitude, or you know, man, if I didn't have to do your training session, like I would have, you know, he would never say that.
Because I mean, going back to what you said about the right perspective, that could have been the wrong perspective.
Yeah,
that he could have had.
Yeah. So he lives it. That's what I wanted to say. Ian and Nick, y'all got anything?
Oh, always family, man. Like from like my actual blood family to like my extended family. I'm blessed. Like the people that I have around me and the motivation that I get and support, like I wouldn't change it for the world. So it's always family.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.
I love my people.
I think everybody stole my thunder with their answers. Yeah, I'm grateful for all those things as well, man. But just being able to say like 5 things that are just like, you know, that are just all my necessities are taken care of. My bills are paid. I just happy I'm able to say that. Yeah, I'm just grateful for all of it.
And Eric, just to put in perspective, he's single dude living on his own in Loudoun County, the most expensive county.
Thank you for that ad.
You know, the wealthiest county in the country. So,
Emphasis on the single part.
Nah, yeah, big emphasis on that. So it's not easy. That's not easy.
It's not easy.
That is not easy.
Heck no.
Not easy at all. And
no.
And he's pursuing his passion still. You know, this is kind of a side note, and I don't want to be here long, but I did want to talk about, you know, the difference between Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry, right? So for those who didn't see, Russell, after a loss, was being interviewed by some guy.
Westbrook. I don't know.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking Russell Wilson.
When he said that,
I was like,
because most people call Russell.
I was like,
Westbrook
I was like,
Russ.
wait, hold on. What did Russ do?
Most people call him Russ. Most people call him Russ.
Yeah.
So Russ.
Brody,
Westbrook.
The Brody.
Was getting interviewed, and he was like on his phone, like acting like he didn't want to be there, like not paying attention. Now, mind you, after wins, completely different energy. And that goes back to what I was saying about
honestly
the highs and the lows.
He may even do that after wins too. To be honest with you,
it depends on the question.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It depends
but
on
yeah,
the
I was
question
gonna
being
say that.
asked.
It depends on the question to him, because if it's something like performance based, he doesn't want to answer it.
Whether it's good or bad, and
right.
I respect that about Russ. Like if he has a great game, he doesn't want to hear you're the hero, you know. But if he has a bad game, he also doesn't want to hear that, you know, you lost in the game. But yeah, it was just mad disrespectful, man. And my thing is, you reap what you sow. And I don't think he's ever going to win a championship. And I'm a Lakers fan right now. I don't think he's ever going to win a championship. And I think it has to do with his attitude. Now, look at Steph Curry, who, you know, comes from a really faith-based background. I'm not saying that's the only reason why he has this type of attitude and ambiance. But I know it contributes to it. Whether he wins or loses, he acts with class. He may get frustrated at some things, but and again, he doesn't want to lose any less than Russ. But the way he carries himself, his mindset, is why he, no matter what's going on, whether they're, you know, 30-50 one season or they're 72-10, he has the same energy, same joy, and he's always respectful, man. So, you know, perspective, attitude, that stuff it's really gonna be make or break, man.
It's contagious, and it's contagious in all aspects of life, man.
How did you feel about? I mean, we were talking about Russ's Steph's run he's on, man. Like, what would you attribute that to? You know, based especially coming off of like 2 or 3 years where they weren't really relevant like that.
To me, man, I think it's just confidence, dog. I think he's the most confident player in NBA. Like, he knows. I mean, look at him when he freaking shoots, dog. He's shooting threes and then just turning around to the crowd before it goes in. I just think he's the most confident player in the NBA. And now that he has some horses back, Clay's coming back, freaking Gary Payton is a junior.
Yeah.
The second, which is cold.
Yeah, that's tough.
The second
but
the second sounds different.
He looks really. You know what he is, right? He's a young Iguodala.
Iggy. Yeah, he's a young Iggy.
Like, that's exactly what he is.
We're better for him though.
I mean, he can't shoot as well as Iggy can shoot.
Yeah, but Iggy's form is just atrocious.
Yeah, but he might have a case to be a Hall of Famer. We won't get into that.
Iggy?
Yeah, he might have a case.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Finals MVP. He's got multiple rings. He was an All-Star.
Olympics medals.
Like, he probably should be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, I think it's attributed to his confidence, the work that he puts in.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why is he so confident?
Yeah. I mean, he puts in the work, man. And then I think, and I don't know him personally, but I just think he's a genuine good person, and good things happen to good people, man. But he's unbelievable, man. I would love to. I want to watch him in person. Like, it doesn't have to be at a game, but I just want to see like how he works, his movements, like how, because I think he's underrated, like as far as size. Like I was watching like warm ups, and he's like not a small dude. He looks small because he's playing against Giants, but he's like
he's legit 6'3".
Yeah, but he's got like his legs. Like, I just want to see him up close and personal, just to see like, you know, how he works, man. But he's unbelievable. Point guard wise, if he can get, Magic had 5 rings.
Yeah.
If he can get to 5, you could argue he's the best point guard ever. I could probably argue that right now.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
He just passed Ray Allen, right, for threes.
Yeah, he has most of the threes all the time.
Yeah, dog. He's special, man.
I mean, I don't know if you read this, but this offseason, during his workouts.
Yeah.
So for
I
those
say that to the kids I train, but you go ahead.
I'm about to steal that now and use it too. But you know, people who know basketball or they play basketball, usually, you know, when you're working out, I'm gonna make 10 from this spot and then move to the next spot, make 10, you know, just to get that repetition. The way that they challenge him now, because he wants to be as perfect as possible, if it doesn't swish, it doesn't count as a make. So it goes in, but if it doesn't hit all net, if it hits any part of the rim, it doesn't count.
Like, I do that when I'm doing like close range shots.
Yeah, like the form shooting when you first start your.
But that's actually a really good horse shot. So if you ever play horse, do that. Like, go close, say, hey, you got to swish it. Guarantee you, yeah.
Like,
you'll get a letter off that joint.
Nice swish before I leave.
Yeah.
But I ain't.
Yeah.
No, I'm counting every mate.
But nah, that's
backboard. I don't care.
this is different, man. And Clay's not even back yet. And Clay, he's got some fuel coming after that list, and he was vocal about it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him, man.
Did you say they're gonna win it? Somebody said they're gonna win it all. I think you said that.
I said they can win it all. I think
Stephen A. picked them to win it.
Well, I'm pretty sure before the season it may have been on the pod, maybe
the Wiseman kid isn't even.
But I was like, the Warriors. People aren't talking about the Warriors, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run. I think that's what I said. If not, I felt it.
I haven't been watching a lot of NBA, to be honest with you, but Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see.
To me, the NBA is the most evenly matched I've seen. You know what? And you know what's crazy?
This year than ever before, bro.
Say it again.
There's less parity this year than ever before, bro. It feels like there's more balance amongst the league. Teams that haven't been in the positions they are, they're in the positions now. It's early in the season, but still the excitement's there.
Well, you know what it is? What part of it is? These youngins don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They are going at all these vets. They don't care. And it's disrespectful, and I love it. They don't care, bro. Nah, like for real, like they don't have any like
there's no fear.
Starstruckness. I'm not trying to look up to you during the game. Hey man, like I was your biggest. Nah, they're going at LeBron. They're going at KD. They're going at Steph. They're John Morant, Luka, Trey. All these young man, they don't care. They really don't care. And now the thing is, they're not gonna get in title contention anytime soon, right? But these guys got to retire eventually. So yeah, man, it's good to see. I haven't been watching a ton of live games, but I mean, it's really evenly matched, man. You can lose every night. Literally every night you can lose. Doesn't matter what team you are.
I still think a healthy Lakers is tough to beat. If Anthony Davis is playing at an MVP caliber level.
Unless they got Westbrook. You said Westbrook ain't getting a ring.
He's not getting a ring. They're not winning. They're not winning with Russ. I'm sorry.
I didn't think he was gonna make it to Thanksgiving.
That's like 8 games.
Yeah, that's like 1 month, bro.
I
really didn't think he was gonna make it to Thanksgiving.
We'll really see once Bron comes back, and they have more games under their belt. We'll see what they look like.
Melo
looks great.
Melo looks good, man.
Melo looks great, man. I'm happy for him.
Melo looks good.
I wasn't a huge fan of him. I was kind of on that like, man, he'll never win. But I think as his game matured, and I think he matured. I'm a fan, man. But
Melo's been my favorite player.
Yeah.
Since AI left.
Yeah.
Melo tough, man. He's always been tough. He's efficient. I mean, his game translates forever.
He's very underrated as a winner. Like, though it's hard to win in the NBA, first of all. But this dude won a national championship as a freshman. That was one of the most incredible runs I've ever seen.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Him and King
I actually
Ward,
watched the
Jerry
interview.
McNamara.
Yeah, I watched an interview with him and Boeheim. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, Boeheim was just saying how he knew how special he was, so he was like super hard on him. But he knew he could take it, and I mean, it amounted to a national championship. Boeheim's only national championship.
There's a nugget. If somebody's hard on you, it's probably because
they believe in you.
They see your potential.
Yeah.
Last thing, man. Just favorite moments of the season. I don't know if you guys have any other top.
To be honest with you, the phone call with Mom, like that just did it for me.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
That'll probably be my favorite moment, like out of all the season. Like that was cool. That was really cool.
Honestly, man, mine isn't when I was here. It wasn't on an episode. Honestly, it was the moments that I've had to miss episodes and then listening to the episode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's usually cool. Yeah, I like that.
Listening
I had
to
that moment.
like listening to the episode when I wasn't there.
It's like,
and
especially like as a sound person. It's
right.
Man, they held it down.
Yeah, right. Part of you is like disappointed.
I'm proud. Yeah, I'm proud.
You're proud and also like you're proud, but you're also like disappointed that you couldn't be there too. It's like I wanted to be there. But yeah, man. I mean, knowing that everything's gonna be good, man. Like it's gonna be just as good or not better if I'm not here. And Austin, he's my little brother, man. Seeing him hold it down. I know he can do anything I can do. So there was never any doubt. But just like experiencing it is like, man, that was dope, man. And then hearing Andrew and I don't think Andrew was there, but Eric and Nico, do their part.
Andres, that was when Andres was.
That was my moment, man. When we got the tags, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Or when Shorty was like, "Yo, accountability." We need accountability.
Yeah, when Aiko's episode.
I was gonna say
Aiko's episode.
I was actually thinking about that.
That's probably the best episode of the season.
I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that besides Mom's moment, I was gonna say, yeah, that episode was really dope.
Yeah,
for a lot of
I
people.
would say, yeah, her, the Simone Biles conversation we were having, or the Kaepernick conversation. I like those more type of.
Yeah.
Because it helps everyone change their perspective.
Yeah.
Or at least like think like, hey,
don't
maybe
not be one sided.
It's not like everything's not one sided, you know. So it's
and that's perspective too.
I have a really strong opinion. I know. So those conversations help me think like maybe like there's two sides to the story. So
and we can disagree here, and then it's like basketball. Like me and Austin got into it. And then afterwards, we dapped up. All right, man, I'll see you later. So there's never any like animosity. You're dumb, and how would you think that? That's what's wrong with the world today, right?
Even if I say you're dumb, like I don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mean it.
Maybe in that moment,
like dumb thought of it. You know what? But I don't mean you're unintelligent. Like it's.
Can we post that, Andrew? This when I call you dumb, I don't mean it. That's a drop. Now that's a drop. That's a drop.
That is a drop.
That's a drop. That's a drop.
Andrew, what about you?
Yeah.
I like last week when we were in DSS.
DSS in Mexico.
That was awesome.
When you said it must be we were talking about rubbing feet, and he said that must be a DD. The fact that he messed it up and didn't say DSS, it made it even more disrespectful. It must be a DDS thing.
That's how you know, like when your mom get your little friend's name wrong.
Right.
Like, you know her name, man.
Yeah, your girlfriend's name.
You call her a different name.
Your girlfriend's name is Alex. You call her Alice.
Dyslexic, bro. Partly, so it was a struggle.
That's funny, man.
But yeah, man.
No, that was a good moment.
Just wrapping up, man. We want to thank everybody who's rocked with us at all, man. Like if you've listened to a episode, if you've shared it, if you've liked, if you commented. But I always say this, man. Most importantly, if you've taken something that we've talked about and applied it and it's helped you, that's our goal. That's our goal. You know, behind all the jokes and you know the nuggets and all the stuff we talk about, posts, like it's really to help you. So
that's what keeps us going, man.
So
we're not out here, you know, making bread off this, man. Like this is just something that it's kind of a hobby right now, and but we enjoy it, man. We enjoy the fellowship, you know, with the team.
Yeah.
You know, we enjoy having fun. You know, we enjoy the clock in message, man. So yeah, we appreciate you all, man. It's been a fun ride, man. I'm having a blast. Like,
for sure.
60 episodes. I'm ready for the next 60, man. So
now that I have a son, like I'm thinking about this. Like, dang, he's gonna listen to these someday.
Yeah, facts.
And
if he's anything like you, he's gonna challenge you too.
Oh, for sure. He gotta wait till he like 15 to listen to these joints though. But last thing, man, we got something special coming. We think next season. We need y'all help though, man. Y'all gotta hit Dame Lillard's
Hit him, man.
Inbox. Tag him on Clock and Pod. We got a little bit of traction this week. Nothing crazy, but Dame is gonna be on Clock in the Podcast.
Claim it.
Next year, I'm claiming it. I'm speaking into existence. And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed next couple months, blessed holiday season. And we'll see y'all next year.
Yes, sir.
Clock in. Let's get it.
Shout out to Deion Sanders too, man. Y'all follow Deion Sanders?
I do follow Deion.
Yo, he's an unbelievable coach.
We gotta get Deion on the pod.
He's an unbelievable coach.
Yeah, we gotta get Deion on the pod.
Yeah, shout out to Deion, man. But we love y'all, man. Episode 60, season 3. Clock in, man.
Clock in.
See y'all in the new year, man. Y'all be safe. We'll still be providing some content, so y'all hit us up. But it's all love, man. Y'all be easy. Peace. Shout out to the team. Nico. You already know what it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
KCQ. Yes, sir, man. Y'all be good. Peace.
Peace.